The key to finding joy is to stabilize your moods, emotions, and feelings. What if I told you could be as happy as you want? With some simple tips and guidance, I will show you how to be a master of moods, make better relationships, and add value to your own life in order to own your own life. The vault is opened and the tale begins. Manifesting Mastery, Moods, by Earvin Hopkins. A downloadable copy can be found in the comments. We hope you enjoy this book about how to control your moods, anxiety, depression, to live in constant flow. Chapter 1. The Mood Myth. Why you're not broken, just disconnected. What if your moods weren't flaws or signs that something's wrong with you, but signals that you're identifying too deeply with your temporary human story? We are spiritual beings having a human experience, not the other way around. But we've been trained to treat our moods as facts and our emotions as verdicts. The truth? They're feedback, not fixed realities. You see, most of our anxiety, depression, and mood swings come from thinking this life is all there is, when in fact, this life, these 80 to 100 years, are a blink compared to the billions of years our spirit spans. That shift in perspective alone can free you from the grip of any mood. Let's start with this. Take a step back. Zoom out from your situation. Are you upset because something is happening now, or because you've convinced yourself it defines who you are? That's the trap. We over-identify with circumstances that were never meant to last. My granddad had hemispecial neglect after a stroke. He lost awareness of everything on his left side, yet he still functioned like a whole person. How? The subconscious mind filled in the gaps. That's proof of a bigger truth. Your inner being is always helping you adapt, even when you're not aware of it. Here's what you can do. 1. Take a step back. Literally pause. Breathe. Ask, is this moment defining my eternity? 2. Break it down. Most big feelings are made up of smaller, solvable pieces. 3. Write it all down. Now scratch out everything you can't take with you when you leave this earth. If it doesn't come with you eternally, maybe it's not worth the wait. Life is short. Let that be a reason to live it up, not to shut down. Your moods don't define you. Your spirit does. Happy manifesting. Shift happens. Earvin Hopkins. Chapter 2, Part 1. Mood is the magnet, the science of attraction. Let's start with something simple but powerful. Your mood is not random. Mood is a measurable energetic frequency. It's the emotional echo of your internal dialogue, and it's the primary filter through which the universe receives your request. So ask yourself, what am I broadcasting right now? Because here's the truth. Your thoughts might be asking for abundance, but if your mood is stuck in worry, you're jamming the signal. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you're vibrating. And that vibration is most potently expressed through your emotional state. Think of your mood like a magnet. It attracts people, opportunities, and even roadblocks that match its energetic frequency. Let's get practical. Have you ever noticed how one negative moment, like spilling your coffee or getting stuck in traffic, seems to snowball into a full bad day? That's not just coincidence, that's momentum. Mood has inertia. Once it starts moving, it tends to keep going unless we consciously interrupt it. Here's where most people go wrong in manifesting. They try to think their way into a new life, but feel their way into the same one. You can say all the affirmations you want. I am rich, I am loved, I am peaceful. But if your mood is anxious, doubtful, or frustrated, the emotional vibration is canceling out the mental intention. It's like placing an Amazon order while your Wi-Fi keeps dropping. The request might be valid, but the connection is unstable. You have to get your emotional bandwidth in alignment. So what creates mood? Mood is shaped by your interpretation of events, your self-talk, your physical environment, your bodily state like sleep, hydration, nutrition, your past beliefs, and present focus. It's not about ignoring life's challenges. It's about realizing that your response, your inner tone, is not fixed. It can be chosen, curated, and cultivated. Mood is malleable, and when you learn to manage your mood deliberately, you become incredibly powerful because you begin shaping reality from the inside out. Let's pause here for practice. Right now, take 10 seconds and identify your current mood. Don't judge it, just name it. Now ask, what's a 5% better feeling I could reach for right now? Not 100%, just a small lift. That's the real key to shifting energy. Instead of swinging wildly from despair to fake joy, reach for one better feeling thought, one self-honoring action, one calming breath. This is how momentum shifts. Your mood isn't just a byproduct of life. It's a creation tool. And the best creators? They don't wait for life to feel good. They learn to feel good first, even in small, doable ways. That's the beginning of emotional sovereignty. That's manifesting mastery. So, now that you understand mood is magnetic, here comes the next step. Maintenance. Most people know how to get in a good mood, but they don't know how to stay there when life starts lifing. That's what separates passive manifestors from masterful ones. Let's get something clear. Life will still happen. Delays, disappointments, difficult people. But here's the cheat code. You can anchor your mood so that outside events don't hijack your frequency as easily. Let's unpack how. 1. Set the vibe before the world sets it for you. Start your day with mood-setting rituals. Not just goals or affirmations, but actual emotional calibration. Examples: play music that matches the energy you want to feel. Sit in silence for 3 minutes, eyes closed, breathing deeply. Journal: today I choose to feel, and finish the sentence honestly. Move your body in some way. Stretch, dance, walk, while telling yourself, I'm tuning my magnet. Why this works? Because the first 15 to 30 minutes of your day are emotional prime time. What you feel early on has a ripple effect. That's when your subconscious is most open. Use it. 2. Recognize the resistance sneak attack. Midday hits, and suddenly you're overwhelmed, annoyed, or tired. The mood dips. That's okay, but catch it. Most people notice they're off after they've already reacted. But mastery is in noticing the shift as it starts. Signs include: you sigh or groan often, your shoulders tighten, you start doom scrolling, you begin mentally arguing with people, even if you say nothing out loud. These are resistance red flags. And here's what you do: interrupt the pattern. Stand up, drink water, put your phone down, say out loud, I'm pivoting my vibe now. Even the act of declaring it creates a shift. 3. Microdoses of mood boosting. You don't need an hour of meditation or a $200 massage to shift your mood. Just microdose your joy. Try this: a 2-minute laugh break with a funny video, a gratitude voice note to yourself, aromatherapy, or touching something soft and cozy, saying thank you 10 times while walking to your car, eating something you enjoy, slowly, mindfully, not while multitasking. The goal is to sprinkle intentional pleasure throughout your day. That keeps your mood buoyant, and buoyancy makes you more magnetic. 4. Watch the mood mirrors. Here's a powerful truth. Other people mirror your mood back to you. Ever notice when you're calm, others respond calmly? Or when you're chaotic, things escalate? You're always broadcasting a signal, and the world is always echoing it. This doesn't mean you're to blame for other people's behavior, but it does mean your mood influences your environment more than you realize. So be the thermostat, not the thermometer. 5. Detach from the outcome, attach to the feeling. This one's the advanced move. Most people get into a good mood because they think it'll make the thing they want come faster. But ironically, That very attachment creates resistance. Try this mantra instead. I'm choosing this mood because it feels better now, not because it gets me results later. When your mood becomes about present power, not future payoff, you slip into the now frequency. And the now is where all your power lives. Because guess what? All manifestations come to you in the now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, only now. So when your mood is high, present, peaceful, or grateful, you've already won. You're already in receiving mode. You're already living aligned with your desires, whether they've appeared in physical form or not. Let's close this chapter with a practice. The Mood Pivot Protocol. Use this anytime your day feels off track. Name it, I feel anxious. Claim it, this is valid, but it doesn't define me. Reframe it, this is a signal, not a sentence. Move it, walk, shake, stretch, or step into sunlight. Replace it. What mood matches the version of me I'm becoming? Rinse, repeat, return. Your mood is your magnetic signature. Master that, and everything changes. Chapter 3. Motion creates magnetism. How momentum multiplies your manifestation. Let's bust a myth right out the gate. You don't need to have it all together to manifest powerfully. You just need momentum. See, the universe responds more to direction than perfection. It doesn't care if you're at step 1 or step 10. It cares that you're moving in alignment with the version of you that already has it. And that movement, that's momentum. Counterclockwise arrows button, momentum equals vibration in motion. When you take one inspired action, feel one elevated mood, speak one self-loving word, the vibration doesn't stop there. It builds. It rolls forward like a snowball gathering power. That's why tiny shifts matter more than we realize. In physics, momentum is mass in motion. In manifestation, momentum is energy in intention. A single moment of self-trust, a 5-second window of courage, a 30-minute window of joy, it all builds traction. The secret most people miss? Momentum can work for or against you. If you focus on lack, you'll notice more of it. If you focus on blessings, you'll see more show up. Either way, what you feed grows. So the million-dollar question becomes, what am I feeding daily with my focus, words, and actions? Compass alignment over hustle. Let's be clear, momentum doesn't mean busyness. True manifesting momentum is vibrational, not physical. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what aligns and then riding the wave it creates. Ever notice how once you clean one drawer, you feel inspired to clean the whole room? Or how one compliment to a stranger makes you feel warm all day? That's emotional momentum in action. You're not chasing your dream. You're living inside its vibration, one action at a time, one mood at a time, one yes at a time. Imagine pushing a heavy cart. At first, it takes all your strength, but once it's rolling, it glides. That's how your vibration works. The initial shift might feel like effort, but stay consistent, and soon the universe starts doing the heavy lifting. Here are simple ways to start momentum when you feel stuck. Drink water with intention. I'm rehydrating my magnetism. Make your bed while playing uplifting music. Text someone you love and remind them why. Say, even though I feel off today, I still deserve ease and magic. That's enough to get the cart rolling. Repeat button, stackable energy equals manifesting superpower. Here's where things get juicy, vibrational stacking. When you repeat aligned actions, even tiny ones, their frequency compounds. Think of it like making daily deposits in a spiritual savings account. Each affirmation, laugh, grateful breath, aligned choice adds to your energetic balance. And suddenly, you're not manifesting from scratch anymore. You're manifesting from overflow. Water wave the wave principle. The more you act from a high vibration, the easier it becomes to stay there. This is the wave effect. Day 1 feels hard. Day 3 feels lighter. Day 7 feels automatic. Day 14 becomes your identity. You are the wave. You are the ocean. The more you honor your emotional flow, the more the current of life supports you. Chapter 3, Part 1. Motion creates magnetism, the start of momentum. Let's bust a myth. You don't have to have it all together to manifest powerfully. You just need one thing: momentum. The universe is always in motion. It rewards direction, not perfection. That's why someone with messy action will often get further than someone with perfect intentions, but no movement. Manifestation isn't only about thought. It's about energy and action. And even the smallest steps create ripples. Think about it. When you clean your room a little, you suddenly feel inspired to organize more. When you go for a short walk, your energy lifts. That's momentum. One small shift leads to another. It's movement that magnetizes. In science, momentum is defined as mass in motion. In metaphysics, it's vibration in motion. Once you get the energy flowing, it starts working with you instead of against you. But here's the thing: momentum is neutral. It can work in your favor, or it can keep you stuck. Negative thoughts repeated become patterns. Stress rehearsed daily becomes identity. Complaining turns into a mental habit. That's downward momentum, and it's just as powerful as upward momentum. So here's the shift. Start asking yourself every morning, which direction is my energy flowing? That awareness alone creates a fork in the road, and you get to choose. Compass alignment over hustle. Manifestation momentum is not about doing more. It's about doing what feels aligned and repeating that energy over time. If you're burned out or constantly forcing things, that's not momentum. That's resistance in disguise. And the universe reads your vibe, not your effort. You can meditate for 10 minutes and generate more momentum than 10 hours of anxious work. You can take one aligned, soul-led action, and it'll spark more results than chasing shiny strategies all week. So start small. A quick journal entry, a positive message to yourself in the mirror, saying thank you 10 times while sipping water. These create a new wave, and that wave has weight. Water wave, the snowball effect of energy. Here's the beautiful part. Once you get momentum going, you don't need to push anymore. Think of a cart on a hill. The first push is the hardest, but once it rolls, it keeps rolling. Same with your vibration. Once you commit to joy, peace, or trust, even for a few minutes a day, life starts matching that frequency with ease. Your job isn't to push every moment. Your job is to start the flow and keep showing up to ride it. Pause here. Take one breath. You're doing it. You're already in motion. And motion creates magnetism. Part 2. Stack the vibes, ride the wave. Now that you've got the momentum started, the next move is this: stack it. Think of momentum like a wave. You can either ride it with grace or fight against it and get pulled under. When you're manifesting, vibe stacking is your secret weapon. Every small positive thought, action, or mood shift is like another paddle stroke forward. And soon, you're surfing the life you once dreamed of. Let's break this down. Repeat button, what is vibrational stacking? Vibrational stacking is when you intentionally layer good-feeling thoughts, actions, and experiences. It multiplies your magnetism without needing a massive transformation all at once. Here's an example of a stacked morning. You wake up and say a thank you aloud. You play your favorite high-vibe song while brushing your teeth. You move your body for 5 minutes, even if just stretching. You write down 3 wins from yesterday. You drink water while visualizing peace. That's a stack. Now compare that to a morning where you scroll through negativity, rush around with stress, and replay last night's arguments in your head. You feel the difference, right? One sets you up to receive. The other sets you up to react. You don't need a perfect day, just a few intentional stacks each morning, afternoon, and night. Your brain loves momentum. Here's why stacking works. Your brain is wired for pattern recognition. When you do something once, it notices. When you do it again, it believes it. By day 3 or 4, it starts expecting that vibe and reinforcing it. This is how you rewrite your identity. Not by forcing change overnight, but by consistently choosing the next better emotion. Vibe stacking also resets your emotional home base. Instead of anxiety being your default, joy becomes the norm. Instead of doubt running the show, confidence does. Instead of burnout, you begin to embody balance. Hammer and wrench daily stack tools. Let's keep it practical. Here are a few ways to stack energy throughout your day. 1. Mood check reminders. Set an alarm on your phone 3 times a day that asks, "How's your vibe?" If it's off, pivot gently. 2. Vibe anchors. Keep a crystal, bracelet, or even a sticky note nearby that grounds you in your desired energy. Every time you see or touch it, take a breath and reset your intention. 3. Power statements. Have a go-to phrase for momentum. Something like, "Energy builds, and I'm building now. Each moment is a brick in my new life. The wave is moving, and I'm riding it." 4. 90-second mood boosts. Science shows it takes about 90 seconds for a new emotion to take hold in your nervous system. When you're feeling off, pause everything and dance, sing, breathe deeply, stretch, watch a baby animal video. Seriously, you'll feel the wave shift. Chart increasing, trust the climb. Here's the key. Momentum doesn't always feel magical at first. Sometimes it's quiet, subtle, simple, but that doesn't make it any less powerful. You might not feel like your small daily habits are doing enough, but trust me, the compound effect is real. Like drops filling a bucket, you might not notice the water rising right away, but one day it overflows. And that overflow, that's your manifestation showing up. So don't measure your success by what shows up in the physical just yet. Measure it by how you feel, how consistent you're becoming, how you're showing up even when no one's watching. That's the kind of momentum that lasts. Glowing star, you're the wave now. Let's close with this. You don't chase momentum, you become it. Each breath you take in peace, each choice you make from love, each time you honor your path instead of comparing it, you become the energy that moves life. You are the wave. You are the rhythm. You are the manifestation in motion. Keep stacking. Keep flowing. You're magnetic now, and it only gets stronger from here. Chapter 4. Magnetic Identity. Becoming the version of you that already has it all. You're not here to chase your desires. You are here to become the version of yourself that naturally receives them. That version of you? The one who's loved, wealthy, peaceful, joyful, magnetic. They already exist. Not in your imagination, but in the quantum field, fully formed and waiting for alignment. This chapter is about identity. Not the identity others gave you, not the story you inherited, but the magnetic identity, the one that matches the vibration of everything you want. Because here's the metaphysical truth. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you believe you are. So if you want to change your outer world, don't start with vision boards. Start by embodying the version of you who lives inside the reality you desire. This isn't fake it till you make it. This is be it so you receive it. DNA, identity, the root vibration. Your identity is your energetic blueprint. It governs what you tolerate, what you attract, and what you expect. Everything you say, do, and manifest flows from this core identity. If you see yourself as always struggling, you'll unconsciously seek out struggle. If you see yourself as the lucky one, life will hand you golden shortcuts. The good news? Identity is not set in stone. It's programmable. You can shift it the same way you shift a mindset through repetition, environment, belief, and embodiment. This is how high-frequency identities are formed. Let's break it down. Brain step 1. Identify your current identity. Take a breath. Get honest. Who do you believe you are right now? Finish these sentences with your gut reaction. I'm the kind of person who always. I usually feel like I'm not. Deep down, I think I'm not meant to have. Whatever came up, that's the programming you're manifesting from. Now ask, does this version of me match the life I say I want? If not, it's time to reprogram. Sparkle's step 2. Create your magnetic avatar. Think of a future version of you who already has it all. Give a name, a vibe, a voice, a presence. What do they wear? How do they talk? What do they never worry about anymore? How do they walk into a room? What kind of energy do they leave behind? Get vivid. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So if you rehearse this identity enough, you become it. This is how athletes win before the game. How actors cry on cue. How manifestors merge with their desire before it appears. It's all identity rehearsal. Chapter 5. The path of least resistance, flow, faith, and following the energy. Let go. That's not weakness, it's power. You weren't meant to force things into place. You were meant to flow, to align with the current of life, and let the universe do the heavy lifting. That's the path of least resistance. It's not the easiest route, but it's the most aligned one. So what is resistance? It's anything that pushes against what you say you want. Doubt, fear, control, self-sabotage, or constant worry. Resistance is struggle disguised as effort. And the more you resist, the more life slows down. Now imagine your desires as a stream flowing toward you. When you overthink, hustle from fear, or to try to control the outcome, you're paddling upstream. But when you relax and trust, you allow the current to carry you to your desires. Flow doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what feels light, aligned, and true to you. And that's different for everyone. Here's the truth. You don't have to make your dream happen. You have to match it. And you do that by releasing control and tuning into how you feel. Ask yourself often, is this heavy or light? Am I flowing or forcing? Am I choosing from fear or from faith? The body knows. Tension is a no. Peace is a yes. Following the energy means letting go of the how and when, the two biggest blocks to manifesting. You don't have to know exactly how your dream will unfold. You just have to take the next aligned step, stay open, and trust that the unseen is working on your behalf. Use these simple tools to stay in flow. What if flip? What if it all works out better than I expected? 17-second rule. Hold a good feeling thought for 17 seconds to build momentum. Energy audit. Ask what feels nourishing versus draining and adjust. Surrender script. I release the how. I align with now. Show me the next best step. Flow isn't lazy. It's intelligent. It's a dance between your energy and the universe's timing. Clarity won't always come before you act. Often, clarity comes from action. So take the step that feels light. Send the message. Take the nap. Make the move. Here's the final truth. You're not finding the path of least resistance. You are the path. When you relax, align, and listen, life flows through you with ease. Let go. Trust the current. And become the magnet you were always meant to be. Chapter 6, Part 1. Emotional GPS. Let your feelings lead you to your future. You've heard follow your heart, but let's go deeper. Follow your emotions. Not the reactive ones rooted in trauma, but the intuitive ones rooted in alignment. Your emotions are not just feelings. They're feedback, a real-time guidance system. Your emotional GPS. When you feel off, anxious, jealous, stuck, that's not failure. That's information. It's your inner system saying, hey, this isn't your path, or you're not approaching it in a way that aligns. Most people ignore this. They override it with logic. They shame themselves for feeling bad. But the truth is, your emotions are never wrong. They may be based on skewed thoughts or old wounds, yes. But the feeling itself is always real, always valuable. And when you learn to read them instead of resist them, you become unstoppable. Compass emotions are vibrations with directions. Think of emotions like a compass. Joy equals you're aligned with your higher self. Peace equals you're on the right path. Restlessness equals you're close, but not quite there. Anger equals a boundary has been crossed. Sadness equals something wants to be released. Fear equals there's a desire for safety. Shame equals a false belief about your worth. None of these are bad. They're just data, messages, road signs. The trick is not to avoid negative emotion. The trick is to move through it with awareness. To listen to what it's trying to tell you, without making it your identity. Emotional intelligence equals manifesting mastery. You already know the law of attraction says like attracts like. But here's what most miss. The universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your dominant emotional state. You can affirm, I'm wealthy all day, but if your emotions are drenched in fear, scarcity, or desperation, you're sending a mixed signal. Your emotional tone tells the truth. But here's the good news. You don't need to feel bliss all the time. You just need to reach for better. That's it. Reach for relief. Reach for peace. Reach for I'm not okay, but I'm getting better. Even that is progress. And progress builds momentum. Satellite antenna, how to tune your emotional signal. Step 1. Name the emotion without judgment. Say it aloud or write it down. I feel discouraged. I feel left out. I feel pressure to get perfect. Step 2. Ask, what thought is fueling this? Trace it back. You'll often find an old story behind it. Step 3. Reach for a more supportive thought, even if it's tiny. Like, I'm open to things working out. I've survived worse. What if this turns around faster than I imagined? Step 4. Move the energy physically. Breathe, stretch, walk, laugh, cry. Sound it out. Emotion equals energy in motion. Let it move. Chapter 6, Part 2. Emotional calibration. Stay in alignment when life gets loud. Life will test your alignment, not to punish you, but to strengthen you. Because true manifesting mastery isn't about staying high vibe when everything's perfect. It's about learning how to return to alignment over and over when things get loud, uncertain, or triggering. This is emotional calibration. It's the art of checking in with your internal GPS and recentering on purpose. And like any skill, it gets easier with practice. Let's break down how to stay aligned, even when your outer world feels chaotic. Repeat button emotional set points and your vibe home. Every person has an emotional home frequency, a dominant mood or vibration they return to most often. Some people's home is worry. Others live in peace. Some default to resentment. Others resilience. The key to manifesting with ease is shifting your emotional set point upward, just one level at a time. Not to bypass, but to build a new normal. Ask yourself, what emotions do I feel most often? Are they aligned with the future I say I want? Because if you want a life of abundance, peace, and flow, your dominant energy needs to resemble those states. Not perfectly, just frequently. Brain the pause and pivot method. When a strong emotion hits, jealousy, anger, anxiety, don't suppress it. Don't shame it. Pause and pivot. Step 1, pause. Acknowledge the emotion. Okay, I'm feeling triggered right now. Just that awareness reduces resistance. Step 2, ask, what story am I telling right now that created this feeling? Is it I'm not enough? I'm falling behind. They always win, and I lose. Naming the thought behind the feeling is how you separate truth from reaction. Step 3. Pivot. Gently, kindly, no pressure. Reach for a slightly better feeling thought. Not, I love everything, but maybe I don't have the full picture yet. I'm willing to see this differently. This feeling is temporary. That pivot is enough to change your frequency. Counterclockwise zeros button vibrational rehearsal. Just like an athlete trains muscle memory, you can train emotional memory. Each time you calm yourself in chaos, you create a new neural pathway. Each time you choose alignment over drama, you become emotionally fluent. And the more fluent you are, the more the universe responds. Why? Because you're consistently signaling your readiness. Here's what that looks like. You catch your spirals quicker. You return to peace faster. You don't panic when things shift. You trust that every emotion is a message, not a punishment. You become unshakable, not because life got easier, but because you got more emotionally agile. Daily emotional tune-up. Add these practices into your routine. 1. Morning emotional intention. Before checking your phone, ask, how do I want to feel today? Then choose one action to support that feeling. 2. Midday alignment check. Set a reminder to ask, what emotion am I in right now? And if needed, what would feel better? 3. End of day emotional audit. Ask, what emotion dominated today? What contributed to that state? What do I want to amplify or release tomorrow? This keeps your frequency intentional, not accidental. Final shift. Emotion is magnet, not enemy. Every emotion you feel holds wisdom. It's not a sign you're broken. It's a sign you're alive and aware. And when you stop fearing your feelings, when you lean in, listen, and move forward with love, you unlock your greatest manifesting edge. Your emotions don't block the path. They are the path. They point to what needs healing. They highlight what's out of sync. They lead you, gently, to your highest self. So the next time you feel something strong, pause, breathe, ask, what is this emotion teaching me about who I'm becoming? Then follow the answer. That's your future calling. Chapter 7. The Magnetic Life. Living every day as a manifester in motion. So here we are, the end of this book, but the beginning of something much bigger. Living a magnetic life isn't about having all the answers. It's about being in the practice, the daily choice to show up in alignment with the version of you who already has it. It's about making peace your priority, joy your default, and intuition your compass. You've learned by now, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you embody. Your mood, your beliefs, your identity, your emotional habits, they're not side details. They're the main broadcast. This final chapter is about staying in motion. Manifestation is not a one-time event. It's a lifestyle, a way of relating to yourself, your desires, and the unseen energies guiding your path. A magnetic life asks you to trust even when it doesn't make sense, to rest even when the world tells you to hustle, to move from clarity, not panic, to feel your emotions, not fight them, to become the person who expects good things because they've remembered that's their birthright. Here's the truth most people miss. You don't need more proof. You need more practice. You don't need more signs. You need more surrender. You don't need to earn your worth. You need to return to it. The real work is subtle and sacred. It's in a morning breath you take with gratitude. It's in the boundaries you set without guilt. It's in how you respond to life when it throws contrast your way. Because contrast isn't the enemy, it's the clarity maker. Doubt isn't failure, it's an invitation to anchor deeper. Delay isn't denial, it's divine realignment. The magnetic life says, I don't chase, I choose. I don't beg, I believe. I don't force, I flow. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not too late. You are here, and that's enough. Your presence has power. Your energy has influence. Your desires are instructions to the universe, not just dreams, but directions. So now, go live as the version of you who already has it. Speak as them, dress as them, decide as them, give as them, receive as them, because you're already it. The only thing left is to stop forgetting. Live like it's already yours. Feel like it's already done. Let life meet you in that knowing. That's what makes you magnetic. That's what brings the manifestations in. That's how shift happens. Acknowledgement to my family, my mentor, my friends, and even my enemies. Thank you. Each of you gave me something I needed to grow, support, wisdom, reflection, or resistance. You shaped the vibration behind this book. For every lesson, visible or hidden, I'm grateful. Happy manifesting. Shift happens.